Hello, I'm Dr. and Master Rulen Xu. I am a quantum physicist and a string theorist, co-founder of Soul Mind Body Science System and Tao Science, and co-author of Soul Mind Body Science System Grand Unification Theory and Practice for Healing, Rejuvenation, Longevity, and Immortality with Dr. and Master Zhigang Xia. I'm so delighted to share with you today about whether science and spirituality can be united. And many of you might know something about science. Science is to use, natural science I'm talking about, is to use quantitative way, like mathematics, to study repeatable experiment and to use quantitative way to describe the results from the repeatable experiments. And spirituality studies, spirit, consciousness, our spiritual heart and our mind, and other spiritual phenomena. So these two areas has been officially separated about 300 years ago during the scientific revolution. And this separation at that time may be necessary, but this separation has also caused a very deep segregation within each one of us between our soul, heart, mind, and body, and also in our societies and in the world, and has caused have this very serious negative consequences. For example, it has contributes to the large-scale wars and to the massive destruction of nature, and as well as the ever escalating number of people have depressions and anxieties. So it becomes very urgent right now for us to bring science, natural science, and spirituality back together. And so in recent years, and I was able, with my spiritual teacher, Dr. and Master Zhigang Xia, and I was able to, we were able to make some progress to bring science and spirituality together in the form of the Soul Mind Body Science System. So Soul Mind Body Science System is to combine spiritual wisdom with quantum physics. And we were able to define some very profound spiritual concepts such as spirit, soul, heart, mind, and consciousness, and using quantum physics to define them and mathematically. And we also be able to explain spiritual phenomena and spiritual concepts using quantum physics. And because of this, we will also be able to provide a new way, a new interpretation of quantum physics with some spiritual wisdom and with some very simple spiritual wisdoms. And it's truly very, very profound and very, it leads to many new results. And for example, this research helped me to finally solve the grand unification theory I have been working on for more than 30 years. And I was very delighted to be invited in the two international conference and present both my research results on grand unification theory and also on soul mind body science system about how to bring science and spirituality together in 2015 and 2016 in the international conference on the new frontiers in physics in Greece. And this group of physicists, they are actually, some of them are the discoverers of the Higgs boson. Some people call it God's particle, and so they're very high level, very serious physicists. And so I was very delighted to be invited to give such a talk. And but what's interesting, the results is very interesting. And what I find is most people was not be able to understand what I was talking about. And I would say about definitely more than 95% of physicists don't know what I was talking about. They were like, and and but and I realized the reason is not because the reason maybe could be I'm the time they give to me to talk is very short. It's only 20 minutes to talk about such very big subject, and but the main reason I believe is most physicists, they don't know much about spiritual phenomena, and and uh, you know and I realized, and also for so that is a very huge blockage, and but because of this blockage, I believe actually science has been blocked. And in fact, that's what happened to me. Some of you might know my story. I was, I got my PhD in UC Berkeley, string theory and also granification theory. And after that, I continued to do those research in Houston and Houston Advanced Research Center and in Harvard and other places. And so my research was was get good reviews by other physicists, but I was never happy with it because it does not solve the main issue. And the main issue is how to have profound understanding about the space and time and about our existence at a very deep level so that we can derive everything from that deep understanding. And it was very lacking, in the current physics. In fact, at that time, nobody actually understand quantum physics, and there's nobody. I work on how to understand quantum physics for many, many years, and I basically and I have to completely give up. When I went to Berkeley, I determined I'm never going to think about that problem ever again because I was so frustrated. And I determined I'm just going to focus on the most advanced math and trying to use most advanced mathematics, which is string theory, and to solve the problems, challenging problems in physics. And then I also failed that. And I realized, even with the most advanced mathematics, we cannot solve those problems really facing physics. And so actually for a while, I gave up in my physics. I moved to Hawaii and set up a factory, actually. I had a very good life in Hawaii. And it is in Hawaii, I started to have spiritual awakenings. In Hawaii, we have kahunas. The whole tradition in Hawaii is very spiritual. People have a very deep connection with their spirit, and people really live out of their heart. And so I really benefit from that. And then I had a very amazing spiritual awakening, and divine appeared to me and to teach me amazing lessons and give me amazing secrets. And then it's also lead me to meet with my spiritual teacher, Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha. And and with my spiritual growth and by learning of the deep, profound spiritual wisdom from Master Sha, and also with his blessing, and finally I started to have many aha moments, and I started to have deep understanding of about and actually the first aha moments I had is I was actually sitting at one of Master Sha's workshop. I almost go to every of his workshops. And at that time, I completely gave up the physics, and because I was so frustrated, and I cannot see there's any way I can find a good solution. So I stopped thinking about it. And and I get into the spiritual, pursuit, which is really giving me a lot of joy, and a lot of miracles in my life starting to happen. And my life just become like so prosperous, and there's so much joy, so much love. And it was so amazing. And so I never think about to come back to science again. Actually, I was very happy I was away from the scientist because I can see a lot of them is very. When I think about my old life as a scientist at that time, it's really actually not. It was, I had a good life, but I have to say it was not complete joy, not complete love. I had my frustrations, I had my issues. I don't think I'm completely alive at the moment. And so with my spiritual opening and with my spiritual practice and with my spiritual healing, and I really felt I started to have the great opening and to really live a life with more joy and abundance and love and wisdom. And then it was actually very interesting. So I did not think about science. I was very happy to be away from science. And then it was very interesting. So in one day, I was in this Master Sha's workshop, and then I get this aha moments, and I saw I could mathematically describe using quantum physics what is soul. And I saw the soul can be mathematically described as a physical quantities. And that aha moment, it was so profound, and so I shared that with my spiritual teacher, with Dr. Master Sha, and he gave me full support, and he really, and he blessed me so much and helped me so much, and so together we work out, receive the soul mind body science system, and with that, and then I keep, working on my spiritual growth and opening my spiritual channels. So I was, and also Master Sha's organized a spiritual team work with me. So there's a lot of Buddhas, Lao Tzu, and a lot of spiritual masters, Mayan masters. They come to work with me, and they give me insights. They teach me, and they really give me so much love and support, and help me to gaining deeper understanding about what is space-time, how the whole universe is created, and the formula, and the one mathematical formula that can describe everything. And it was such amazing, beautiful moments. And all of this is because of my spiritual growth. So, and I realized, and then finally, and it was interesting because my spiritual growth and my scientific work suddenly starting being like making the progress I really wanted. And it just happened out of nowhere. And out of nowhere, I was going to international conference in the physics. And my friends was very interesting. They were asking me, said, Jolene, what happened to you? Suddenly you're starting to do physics. I said, yeah, I'm just doing physics in my spare time. And they thought it was really funny. And it's amazing, but the results I got is like so amazing. And so I was presenting in this international conference. Normally I would give two presentations. One is on the on the gratification theory, what new results I got. Another one is about how to bring science and spirituality together. And I was so amazed, and they were interested in this topic, and this allowed me to present it, although most people was not really understanding it. And but anyways, the physics part is it was so amazing because that's the most people like the conference organizer, and she said, my God, your presentation, one presentation can make 4, 5, 6, 7 papers because there's so much results you are receiving, and this actually can be overwhelming. So So what I'm mentioning this is not when I'm trying to boast in what I have accomplished, because this is not what I have accomplished. It's really giving, by the committees, and I'm just receiving it. What I want to share this with you is because, what I realized is how important for each one of us to unify the scientific part of ourselves and the spiritual part of ourselves, the physical part of ourselves and the spiritual part of ourselves together. And when we really can unify these parts, and then we can truly make progress, not only and in our lives and also in science. And I believe this combination is very crucial for our spiritual growth. And I was able to grow myself, very quickly spiritually in some ways. And partly I believe is because I was able to understand a lot of spiritual wisdom because of all the saints and saints animals, and also scientifically they help me to understand those deep, profound spiritual wisdoms at a very scientific way. So I was really be able to understand some of the, deep, profound wisdom much better, and because normally this kind of spiritual wisdom takes many, 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 many years of cultivations. A lot of people, they give up their life and they go to mountains and go to the temple and studying for many, many, many years, very dedicated to study it. And they suddenly can some aha moment to understand some of those wisdoms. Buddha gave up his whole palace, Shakyamuni Buddha gave up his whole palace and dedicated his life for many years trying to find the ultimate wisdom that can help people to release their sufferings. And that takes going into very, very high consciousness to come up with those understandings. So most common people, even you are really want to pursue your spiritual growth, you cannot truly understand some of those spiritual wisdoms. Without understanding those spiritual wisdoms, you cannot be enlightened. And so I truly believe science, the science, soul, mind, body science system, which has helped be set up by many saints, many Buddhas, Taoist saints, and Mayan saints, and holy beings. They are all part of the team. They help me trying to to do this work, and it is also very crucial also for for people who are religious, or for people who want to grow themselves spiritually, because it will help you to understand your religion and your belief systems in a very scientific way, so that you will grasp those profound teachings from your master and from your God and from your Jesus, Buddha, much better. And which is so important, because if we don't understand them, and we really cannot grow ourselves spiritually. So I realized, the combination of science and spirituality is not only very necessary, it's very urgent. And also, it is very important not only for each one of us and for our society and for the world. And it is also very important to advance science and also take spirituality to the next level. And so I truly recommend each one of you to come to my workshops and come to my courses to learn about this wisdom and about how to combine science and spirituality together. And I believe it's so important for each one of us, whether you are a spiritual seeker or you're a scientist, or you are just have certain challenge in your life, you want to solve them, because understanding this deep, profound wisdom can help you to solve so much of your problems and can integrate your different aspects of your life together as one, and to unleash some amazing potentials and powers within you so that you can really take your life to the next level, like what has happened to me. Because at that time I was so blocked. I cannot make this progress in the science I want to make, and my personal life was really not that good. And actually I was divorced. I could not really, love others, open my heart to love others, or to receive the love from others at the level which I really wanted. And through my spiritual growth, and also through the new science I made, and I really be able to open my heart and also make the progress I really want in the science. So I truly cannot encourage you enough. So I'm looking forward to meet you. So please come, and let's share more of our life together, and let's uplift each our lives together and help humanity to get to the next level of evolution. So I hope I will see you soon. Love you.